Morning. Happy Saturday, everybody. It is a beautiful day.
So you're in a hurry, well you better calm down.
Hello.
We're all friends around you, just join the fun. 'Cause if you're in a hurry, you're missing the point. You should enjoy the fruits of life instead of chasing coins. Because it's a beautiful day. Isn't
Hi, Kathy.
So come on, let's play.
Hello, Rosalind. Hello, my peeps. Thank you. Good to be back.
Forget the rush you're in and find a good spot. Sit down and join us as we sing a good song. Keep back, relax, and just follow along. Oh, we got plenty of time. Taking it easy won't cost you a dime. Throw another log onto the fire. Because it's a beautiful day. No, come on, let's play.
Good morning. Good morning. It is so good to be back with you, family. Oh my gosh, I have missed you like crazy. Let's get everybody in here. Where are y'all? I'm going to play that song again. Hi, Grace Isis. Oh, Jean L'Oreal. Jean, you need to be on here with me. Suzanne, good morning. Yes, love, light, and laughter. Grace Isis, thank you, thank you, thank you. I am so happy you were there with our Jean L'Oreal. Thank you so much for being there this past week. And Jean, I told you last night, and I'll say it again, I am the proudest Mama P ever. Jean, you stepped up and you were amazing. Oh my gosh, I can't even tell you. I had tears just listening to you last night on the chanting show. You were just phenomenal. Thank you. Thank you for the job that you did. Thank you for the willingness to be there and to keep the shows going and keep the family coming together every day like you did. I love you so much, my sweet sister. All right, who we got on here? I said hello to Kathy and Rosalind, Grace Isis, Suzanne, Linda, good morning. Charlie, hello, hello. Marietta, oh, thank you, darling. I missed you all so much. Stacy, hello, sweet Stacy. I hope you're doing well. I miss talking to you, and I hope everything's going well with you and with your son. Tammy, good morning, good morning. Oh gosh, thank you all for being here. Thank you for loving on each other every day and for holding me in sacred space while I went off and did my work. And wow, what a beautiful week it has been. Let's do our heart brain. Let's go together into our hearts. Just take that deep breath in, that connecting breath, the breath of life right into your lungs. Hold on to it. And then release it back out. Hold on to some joy now. Bring that in with the breath. Bring it in like a warm hug. Just let it totally surround you, lifting your vibration, lifting your energy, lifting what's in your heart up to your brain, telling your brain about your joy, about your happiness, about the love that you have for each other, for humanity, for our earth. Just keep that joy flowing, each one of us that's here. Just let it wrap all around the planet. I am enough. I am so blessed. I am love. I am light. I am honored to be on this planet. I am a spark of the divine. I am happy. I am healthy. I am wiser with each experience in life. And I am peace. Let's see what your beautiful I ams are this morning. Oh, hello, Erica. I love you right back. Good morning, Ruth. I hope you're having a great vacation. Good afternoon, Pat Moss. Hi, Rick. Oh, it's so good to see all of you. Tell me what you are today. What is your I am? What are you going to put out into the world, into your own being, your own story? Stacy, I am peace and joy. I love that. Marietta, I am radiating God's love. That is my purpose and my joy. Absolutely. Suzanne, I am blessed. And Charlie, I am blessed. I am loved. And Charlie, I want to wish you an early Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. I know you got a special treat waiting for you on this Father's Day. So happy for you. Kathy, I am grateful to angels and the divine for their continued guidance in finding my true purpose. I am worthy. I am enough. I am love and peace. Kate Morrison, good morning to you. And Kate says, I am enough. I love that one. When we can really feel into that energy of being enough, just as we are, don't need anything else, just our beautiful self, our spirit knows that we are enough. Jean Lorio, I am joy. I am grateful. I am peace. And Erica says, I am grateful. Me too. I am grateful for every breath I take. All right, so let's see what Kuan Yin has to say as you all keep putting in there your I ams. If I can read it, I don't have a clue where my glasses are, and that's okay. Spirit will help me read. The Lotus Throne. It takes courage to trust your inner light. Let me start that again. There was some clearing with that, obviously. It takes courage to trust your inner light, to ascend the throne of your own inner spiritual authority, especially if the light of others around you seems more powerful than your own at times. You are being asked to trust the light within above all. Have faith in your own heart. Know that the divine dwells within, is with you always. Oh my gosh, I love this card. I don't think we have had this card before on the morning cuppa. And it doesn't sound familiar, but I love the words. And I think we all needed to hear it this morning. So, you know what? I'm going to read it again. After I read Grace Isis saying her I am guided, grateful, love, light, and laughter. I am peace. All right, so I'm going to read it again. The Lotus Throne. It takes courage to trust your inner light, to ascend the throne of your own inner spiritual authority, especially, there's the clearing, right? Especially if the light of others around you seems more powerful than your own at times. You are being asked to trust the light within above all. Have faith in your own heart. Know that the divine dwells within, is with you always, always. Remember those words that some of you said, I am enough. Also, I am worthy. I am worthy. Doesn't matter if I see others doing, quote, more. They're living their life. They're living their purpose. There's no comparison. No one is greater than, no one's lesser than, no one has more gifts than anybody else. We are all equal. We are all one. And I want all of us to feel into that unity. I have spent the last week feeling unity and unified into the oneness, the wholeness of all that is. So I want you all to feel that as well. And let's lose the illusion of the separation. All right, what else we got? Kathy's asking where I am. I am in Erie, Colorado. I am here at my friend Denise, and many of you knew that I was here a few months back before I went to California. I was with Denise and her little dog, Trooper, and I'm going to be pet sitting for Trooper this coming week while Denise is on vacation. So that's where I'm at. I drove 9 hours yesterday. It took me longer, but it was a 9-hour trip on the road, and I had to make a couple of stops just to get out and stretch my legs and not go stir crazy in the car. But this is where I am. I made it in last night and totally exhausted, was just giving so many thanks for a shower, for running water, for cool AC. So yeah, I'm in Colorado, and I'll be here in this place until the end of the month. This coming week, I will be very involved in the World Unity Week. And we'll be having programming all week long. You'll find something on there at Unity for everybody. There's International Children's Day. We're going to be doing a lot of focus on peace and bringing in more peace on the planet. Friday is our day to shine peas. And I'm really hoping that as many of you as possible will come on to Zoom with me. It's going to be at 7 o'clock Eastern Time on Friday, this coming Friday. And we're going to talk about the Peace on Earth tour. We're going to talk about bringing more peace into the world and what peace means, what it really is. And anybody that has experienced one of the land blessings that's been done, I would love for you to come on and share if there's been a change in your area after the land blessing. Okay, what's all the clearing this morning? Come on, guys. Let's clear. Let's get that energy lifted up. Let's get ourselves in high vibration today. Kathy, that card speaks to you. I think it spoke to a lot of people this morning, that comparison mindset, the lack, thinking that you don't have what somebody else has. And that's when we can get past that thought that we're less than or that we're separate from others, then we're well on our way to knowing who we are in our heart. Suzanne, it was a perfect card. Yeah. And Kathy says, I need to believe in myself and trust that higher spirit is always with me. Always, always, always. Spirit never leaves us. The only separation is in our mind if we think we're separate, and we're not. We're just having this experience in separate bodies. But what I see in you is in me, because we're all having the experience. When one of us is having an experience, we all are. And that's the beauty. That's how I was able to take you with me this past week to the reservation. Yes, we were all on an Indian reservation in South Dakota last week, and we all experienced the love that happened there. We experienced the trials and the tribulations and anything that was a struggle. We worked through it, and you were right there, and I know you felt it. Christina, good morning. Christina is doing a quick pop in to say welcome back, and another thanks to Jean and Grace Isis for doing such a great job. Prayers for all and wishes for a great weekend filled with miracles. Oh, thank you, Christina. I love you so much. Thank you for being here with us this morning. Cheers to everybody. Love yourself. Love yourself first, and then love others. Just love. Just love. Just stay in that state of love, of acceptance, of allowing whatever is happening. Just be in the moment with it. Allow it to happen. Allow the beauty, allow the joy. Well, Stacy, I know it's you now. So go ahead and chat away. And I love seeing all of you on here. I love your participation. I love how you loved and supported our Jean Lorio and Grace Isis every day. Thank you. Thank you. I cannot thank the two of them enough. I'm just so proud. I can't even express it. I can't stop smiling. When I was listening to Jean last night, listening to her lead the heart brain, listening to her as she expressed herself so beautifully and so lovingly, I was just floating listening to her, and was so very happy. I couldn't participate in the chanting because I was driving like crazy trying to make it here as early as I could to be here for Little Trooper. But yeah, I'm a proud Mama P. So how y'all doing? How have you been this past week? I really, really missed all of you. Suzanne says they were great. Yes, they were. Yes, I haven't had a chance to listen to all of them, but I have listened to some. I was camping out in my tent. I had no electricity, no internet, no way to tune in or to talk to anybody. And I want to thank all of you who have sent beautiful messages to me, messages of encouragement for me during the week for what I was going through, because I did fast. I didn't do it for 4 days. After the second day, I checked in with my spirit guides and I said, okay, am I supposed to continue on? Do I need to do the 4 days, or, what am I supposed to do? And they told me one more day. So I completed 3 full days, actually probably about 3.5, because there was one day it was hot and I didn't feel like eating. But purposefully fasting for 3 days, asking for an elevation of my spirit, asking for any messages, asking for purification to come through. And it did. And I just felt so good. I felt like I had a reset, like a reboot of my energy by doing that, by purposefully not giving my body anything so that it could just be, it could just reset to its natural state. And in its natural state, it's a beautiful thing. It's where it doesn't have to work so hard, so it can just relax and just allow all of the energy to flow in a beautiful, natural way. It's a cycle. Catherine Kovacs, good morning to you. I cannot share details of the ceremonies, Kathy. It is a very sacred ceremony that happens, but I can talk about the experience, and I can talk about, and it's still ongoing. I can talk about what's happening, and I want to, because they need our support. There are, I don't know how many, there are so many sun dancers out there, probably right now. I'm thinking they're probably in the sweat lodge right now getting ready to dance. So the ones that I got very, very, very close to, I want you all to help me lift them up, because they will be dancing out in the heat all day today and into the night. They did it yesterday. So I'd like for you to please lift up Hummingbird, such a beautiful, beautiful energy that I met. The ones that I met that I got so close to because I was camping right with them, they're from Georgia, and I'm going to be going to Georgia. I'll be doing a land blessing there and working with some of them there. So there's Hummingbird that will be dancing. Dancing Wolf, Maha. There is Ashley. I'm just remembering them all. Gentle Rain, Mama Bear, Turtle, Jen, and I think that was it for the girls. But I met so many absolutely beautiful, beautiful people there. I have this new family, and they'll be coming in. They're going to be, after the dance is over and the ceremonies are over, they'll be coming in. But the dance is done in a circle. It's always a circle. The circle is never broken. And the dance is just the culmination of what they've gone through. It's their expression, it's their prayer. They have to do everything in preparation before they actually get out there on the grass to dance. So it's not about getting out there and looking good or performing or being seen. It's not about that at all. So anytime you see Native American ceremony and you see the beautiful dancers and the men in um, their warrior outfits or their headdresses, it's not about how they look. And they do look absolutely amazingly beautiful. It's all about the preparation that they've gone through, the sacrifice, the the inner prayers that they're taking to that dance, that they know why they each have a purpose. They all know why they're out there. They know why they're doing that dance and that sacrifice. They don't eat or drink for 4 days while they're dancing. And the supporters are just as important as the dancers. The supporters are connecting in with them to help them stay strong. We're the strength. We're right there as they go around the circle and they see that somebody is there dancing along with them on the sidelines and holding them up as they might want to stop or fall or whatever. The supporter strength is what keeps them going because they know that they have somebody out there that's wanting the very best for them, that they can complete their mission of bringing in prayers for whoever they're praying for. And we did a ceremony before the dance began. It was a tree ceremony that we did on Thursday. And I participated in that. And yes, I waded out into weeds that were up to my shoulders and went through this whole big field. We all made prayer ties. And in the prayer ties, we put who we wanted to pray for, what we wanted to pray for. And I made 7 prayer ties, and our Angelic River family was front and center. I put prayers in there for our whole entire family. So that those prayer ties that I made, along with the family, I put in prayers for peace, prayers for my biological family, prayers for anyone, anywhere who's suffering, for suffering to end. Just so many prayers going out for others, prayers for this mission, for peace on earth. Those prayer ties are hanging where the dancers are singing and dancing. And they will hang there the entire time. And the dancers are lifting up all those prayers, lifting them all high. So our prayers are being lifted up every day. Just so you know, the entire Angelic River family will continue to be lifted up while they're still dancing. Today is the 2nd day of the dance, and it goes on for 4 days. So if you feel your energy being lifted up, it is, because there are dancers in a circle around all of those prayers that were brought forth. And they're praying that each prayer that was guided to be on that tree are lifted, are come to completion of the fruition for the best and highest good of each prayer. So know that you all are all prayed for every day, every minute of every day, because that dance continues. It's not broken until somebody stops to go into the sweat lodge, and then they all go together into the lodge. The sweat lodge, the name for it in Lakota is Inipi. And yes, I did it. I went into the Inipi. It was not easy. I have to tell you, it is not easy to be in a sweat lodge. So if you've never done it, just know that it is something that you have to prepare yourself mentally to do that. You have to know why am I doing this? What's my purpose for just sitting and just being and just allowing the energy, whatever is not needed, to sweat out of me, to pour out of me. And it does, it pours out of you. All right, let me see what comments y'all have. Suzanne, I kept you in my prayers. It was very hot in South Dakota when you were here, when you were there. We had a heat wave. It broke records. And there was one day, I'm trying to remember if it was the day before or after Tree Day. I think it was the day before. I don't know. The days all kind of, I'm on spirit time still, so the days all kind of run together. But it was registering 118 where we were. And we were out in that heat and we were working. When I say working, there's a lot of preparation that has to be done before the dance can take place. We built a sweat lodge, built it from cutting the limbs off of a willow tree to putting it together and bending those limbs and making the inipi. And everybody has a job. Everybody does something. You don't just sit around or stand around. You do something. And so there's always work to be done. And we were all the whole week working and sweating, and it didn't matter, because everybody smelled the same. So it didn't matter if you sweat and somebody could smell your sweat, because everybody was there and we all worked together as one. So what else we got? Stacy says they did a great job. I tried to get on, but there were technical difficulties. They didn't need me though, because they did great. Oh, thank you for trying, Stacy. I know they wanted you there. And Grace Isis says, shouts of gratitude to all who came into this loving space virtually and within their hearts and thoughts. Your vibrations and energies supported Jean and I during the week. Thank you. And Kathy says, do you have an Indian name? I do not have a Lakota Indian name. That was where I was on a Lakota reservation. But my friend Sharon Stroud gave me a name when I was in Palm Springs. And her name for me is She Who Blesses the Land. And I feel that name. And so that's what I carry. To get your Lakota Indian name, you have to request it from the chief. I did get to meet the chief and his wife. Beautiful energy. I love his wife. I love her so much. We really connected, and she said to me, she was hugging me, and she said, I know that we've had lifetimes together. I know that there is a spiritual connection. And she's just so beautiful. So to get your name, you have to ask for it. You have to, it's called Ipagi. You have to Ipagi the chief to get a name. And there's just a whole protocol, it's, you can call it rules if you want, but there's a way to do things with the Lakota way. And so you don't just say, I'm going to have this name or that name. You're given a name. Most people there call me Angel, or they call me Mama P. Yes, it carried on to there as Mama P. And I have to tell you, I have never been so welcomed by a group of, quote, strangers. It was like an immediate, just, you're one of us. There was no question about who are you, where'd you come from, why are you here. It was welcome home. And I can't wait for you all to meet all these beautiful people. And I am so grateful to Sherry Gatewood. She's the one that invited me. And she is doing an Ipagi to get her name, her Lakota name. She was given the name of Holy Eagle Condor Woman, but she wants her official Lakota name from the chief. So she's going to be asking for that sometime during the week. So let's hold her up. She's one of our family. Let's hold her up for that as she gets her Lakota name and connects in more with that energy. Deirdre, hi Deirdre, I missed you. Hi Dixie Cunningham, I am so blessed. We all are, darling. Hi Sally, hi Tony. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your words. Oh, thank you, Deirdre. I missed you too, darling. And Stacy, our friend at the bank, and I were talking about you. Stacy, thank you. Thank you for your perseverance with the banking for our corporation. Angel Speakers Inc. is now officially a nonprofit, and we are going to be moving forward with some projects and doing a lot more to bring in peace on earth. Kathy says, I know this may sound naive and possibly ignorant. Is smoking peyote for real? Are there medicinal rituals? I really don't know, Kathy. There's a lot of energy with tobacco. Tobacco is sacred to Native Americans, and they do smoke the peace pipe. I don't know what's in that peace pipe. It could be peyote, it could just be tobacco. I have no clue because I didn't smoke it. But tobacco is used in the rituals. And when I did the prayer ties for all of us, I had to put a handful of tobacco in each tie that I made and then tie it together and hang it on the tree. So I know I've been using that in the land blessings. I've been following the Native American tradition of honoring the land with giving tobacco to the land, to the ancestors, to bring in more energy of peace. And Jean says, Teri, I cannot express how beautiful the spiritual family we have is. The divine has shined on us with the greatest love. Everyone was so supportive, so helpful, so wonderful. Our beautiful Grace Isis is such a spiritual being shining with love and insight. I realized that if the whole world worked and cooperated as this family does, what a world we would and will have. I'm so grateful to have experienced this paradise and thank them and you for this experience. Jean, you have really blossomed. Thank you, my dear. I love you so much. And I don't even have words enough to say how much I appreciate you and Grace Isis. The two of you were a great team. You worked together so well. My sister Billy is on. Good morning, Billy. Thank you for being here. Yes, I survived that sweat lodge. I had texted her and said I did a sweat lodge. I did, and I would do it again. I would do it again and again because it's not about the heat. It's not about sweating, even. It's about the experience of just giving in and giving up anything of the body and just being there in spirit, being there in mind. Good morning, Lauren. Yes, it has been a while. We missed you. Kathy says, our whole P family is coming in this morning to welcome back our Mama P. And yes, I look renewed. I feel renewed. I feel different. I really do. I feel different after that week experience. Um, there's there's so much to going through something that is so spiritual, and the whole experience, everything that's done is done with the energy of honoring spirit, honoring the land, honoring each other, seeing the light in each other. Everybody helps. Everybody is so helpful, and not one person has to struggle. That's the beauty of it. Not one person, if they're if it looks like they're struggling with anything at all, if they're doing a task or they're even making the prayer ties, you have support. You have people saying, "Oh, here, you need this. You need more sinew. You need, whatever it is." And all of a sudden, it's there. Whatever is needed is there. And what's needed most is that beautiful community energy. You know, the women cook. So there's always cooking going on, and people are pitching in and helping and washing dishes and learning. You know, you're constantly learning what it's all about, and there's a purpose behind everything. And I've been saying this, forever now, that everything has a purpose, everything has meaning. But when you're on the land and it's just you and the land, really everything is used. There is no waste. Nothing is wasted. And it's just so beautiful. There was one day that somebody walked by we were pulling cedar off of the cedar branches because that's used in the ceremony. And somebody walked by and she goes, "There's a bird's nest on the ground and it's got eggs." We're like, "What?" And so the next thing you know, everybody is gathering something to put around the area so that nobody accidentally steps on the bird's nest or kicks it or whatever, or picks up the eggs. And so the bird's nest was protected, even. All of nature is protected. And it's that kind of energy that's there. And I'll be talking more and more about the experience as we go along. I can't believe I've talked for almost an hour already. But I just want to say that you all were there. You were there. I felt you there. I felt your prayers. I felt your love. I knew every day when it was time for you to gather, and I felt your energy of all of you coming together. I felt you there in my tent as I was sleeping, and it was hard. I had a little cushion that I was sleeping on. Um, so the ground was hard. The nights were cold. The days were extremely hot, but the nights I did get cold in the tent. But I felt each one of you lifting me and saying, "You can do this. You've got this." Every time that there was a struggle of walking and, a certain distance, doing things, then I knew that I was being held by you all. I knew you were right there. So thank you. So let's do our prayers. And I'm so happy to be back here with you. I'm so happy to bring a meditation. And I was asked while I was there to lead a meditation, and I did. And I was able to share about the family. I was able to share about the heart brain coherence and teach that and teach any of my knowledge that I have. Every time I would start talking to somebody, to one person, before I knew it, there was a circle that had gathered. And so we all sat around and had some beautiful discussions as we did our work, or at night when everything was kind of closing down, we'd sit and watch the stars and watch the spaceships, the spacecrafts up in the sky, and just it was just amazing. So yeah, I got to be able to share some of what we're all about as a family and the traditions that we do as a family. So let's share our prayers. And thank you, Jean Lorio. Thank you for holding up my family and my brother James, who is really struggling right now and not doing so well. So please lift him up. Lift up his beautiful family, his sons, his wife, and just hold him in your arms. And thank you. And Kathy says, "Thank you, Teri, for sharing this experience with us. I'm very proud of you and so happy you are safe and renewed." Yes, there was never, never any energy of fear. Never. I knew that the whole camp was protected. Even though we were in the wilderness, we were out on undeveloped land, which means that, we could hear the coyote. We spotted snakes. One snake had crawled up under somebody's tent, but somebody had seen it go under, so they were able to get it out from under the tent. I was never worried about the snakes, But there was one night when I was in my tent and I was so exhausted from the day. And I rolled on my side and got very still, and I could feel myself falling asleep. I knew that I was going into that sleep mode. And then I heard, you know how you hear the tent, the bottom of the tent when there's movement. So I heard movement on the bottom of the tent or the side of the tent, and I'm going, wait a minute, I'm not moving. What's moving my tent? So I sat up and the tent was moving. There was like definitely a movement, like a something rubbing up against the tent material. So I put my light on and I had a little lantern that thankfully Rosalind had gifted me when I was in California. So I turned my light on and there was nothing inside the tent. So obviously it was outside the tent. And I wasn't the only one that it had happened to. There were others that said, yeah, there must have been a little animal scurrying around the tents and looking for food that night. So that was one experience that was kind of startled me because it was like, oh, who's coming in my tent, or what's happening with my tent with it moving and I'm not moving it. But there was never fear. There was never any energy of fear about the whole thing. Um, from the beginning, I had spiders. I had lots of spiders, and never. There was one inside the tent, but it was one of those granddaddy long legs, and I love them. I just think they're so adorable. So I just kind of helped him get to the outside world and said, "You belong out there where you can just run around free in nature." But there were tents. There were spiders that would come right up to the front of the tent, and I would just talk to them and say, "No, not today. I don't want you in with me today." But there was never fear at all of anything. It was all just really going into a different state of mind, just really immersing in spirit. That's what it was all about, just being in spirit and forgetting about anything of danger, anything that has anything to do with harm or the body. It was all about going into spirit energy. Yeah, I'm not so much a tent person either, Kathy, but I'm so glad I had that experience of just bonding and being with everyone. I can't even tell you how many tents were just back to back to back. We were all just right with each other the whole time. All right, so any other prayers, you all can go ahead and put them in and let's go into our prayer time. Like I said, there will be many stories. I have so many happy memories, memories of laughter, tender memories of people bonding together, people helping each other, people sharing from their heart and getting to know families, getting to just see each other for a whole week out in the heat and being, and there was no conflict. There was no anything of a negative that happened at all. It was just all beautiful, and it all flowed, and it was like, yeah, this is what heaven's all about. It's all about helping and encouraging and wanting the very best for everybody. It's not about me. You don't even see self anymore. All you see is the community, and it's a beautiful thing. Skunks like to rub up against the sides of tents. Well, thank you, Jean. It could have been a skunk. Who knows? All right, so let's go into our meditation and prayer. If you have prayers, please put them in there. And remember that we're all being prayed for every moment of every day as our prayer flag flies high upon a beautiful tree that's in the arbor right where they're doing the dance. All around that tree every day for 4 days they're lifting up our prayers, and we are one of those prayers that's being lifted up, our entire family. So I hope you all feel it. I hope you feel the energy. I hope I'm able to convey some of what is going on there that's still ongoing. I cried when I left. I'm like, I have to go. I have to get back. I have commitments. And yeah, so it's still ongoing. And then after they dance for the 4 days, then they do a processing and integration of what came forth for each person and for the entire circle that was happening. Well, thank you, Darlene. Thank you for being here. Okay, so let's lift up each other in love. Love is what heals, and love is, it's our purpose. It's our purpose for being here, to share that love with each other, not to share negativity, not to share conflict or go into an energy of being separated from each other. We're here to bond together with each other. And I saw it in action. I saw what happened as a community came together and just shared love with each other. And that's what our community does as well. Thank you all for coming together in love. Kathy says prayers for healing for James and any of our P family with special request. Prayers for a safe trip for my daughter Marlena from Florida to North Carolina and then to our home here in Maryland. Marietta, prayers that we all rise up, up, up to a higher plane. Yes, indeed. Deirdre, prayers for James, for our Angelic River family, for Gaia, and for world peace. Thank you, Deirdre. And prayers for this coming week as Unity is bringing forth beautiful energy all week long. It's the week of Unity. And I hope that many of you will tune in to some of that programming. I hope that all of you will join me on Zoom on Friday at 7 at night Eastern Time. And let's show the world what a unified family we are and what it looks like when community comes together as one. Suzanne, prayers for my family, our beautiful family here. Prayers for your family, Teri, especially James. Prayers for Gaia, for peace, for love, and compassion. Thank you. All right. So let's go into our hearts. Just breathe in that breath of life. And just watch as that breath fills your heart space, knowing that you are love. You are love personified in that human body that you're walking around on Gaia with, and honor it. Honor every part of your body. Honor being here. Honor the connection with Earth. Breathe in again. And let's go down into Earth, down into Gaia with that breath. Let it go all the way down your body, and out your feet, and go down into Earth until you hear the heartbeat. Connect in with that rhythm that Mother Earth has. Feel the heartbeat. Allow that heartbeat to connect with your own heartbeat in your body. It has the same rhythm. And now allow that energy to come up, back up into your body, back up into your feet, until it travels all the way to your heart center. Anchor it right there, right in your heart, knowing that that connection with Mother Earth is sacred. Mother Gaia is a living, breathing energy. And we are so connected in. And now breathe again and lift your energy upward. Let it go up to your higher self, up to the angelic realm, to the galactic realm, and then higher up to where the Creator is, Great Spirit, the central sun. And bask in that sun. Just put your face in the sun and allow the energy of it to bless you, to touch you, to kiss you. Now pull that love down. Once you receive that clearing, pull it down back into your heart and combine those two together, the love from the Father and the love from Mother Gaia. And hold it there. Just hold that energy and say a big thank you. Thank you, Great Spirit. Thank you, Mother Gaia. Just feel the gratitude. Feel the love. And now reach down and grab every prayer that has been expressed and those that are unexpressed, those that are just being held in somebody's heart. And let's all raise those up, lifting them all up to our hearts, where we have the energy of the Father and the Mother. Let's ask for all these prayers to be cradled, to be looked at, to be examined, and to be answered for the best and highest good of each person. And included in those prayers is our Angelic River family. So each one of you that's here right now, you're being cradled, you're being loved. Do you feel it? Do you feel that in your heart? That we're holding each person, we're holding you tight. And I want to include all the sun dancers in this prayer. I want to hold each one of them up for strength. Hold each one of them up that their purpose for dancing is also answered. Whatever that might be, whether it's a loved one that's hurting or struggling, or if they're dancing for world peace, or they're dancing for more communities to come together in love, whatever it might be. Just help me lift them up for the next few days as they complete their journey there. And now let's give love and gratitude to each other. I really missed this. So seeing each other in a circle, don't let that circle be broken. Share your heart, share your love and your gratitude. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Thank you. I love you. I love you all so very much. It is so good to be back with you, to be back with the family, and know that you are holding me each day makes all the difference in the world. Knowing your love is there always. I am so blessed to be here with all of you. I love you. So let's play our song and let's get on with our day. And please check at Unity on Facebook or at We the World, and you can see all the events that we're doing there and check out what's happening today.
So you're in a hurry? Well, you better calm down.
That's right, Kathy. Thank you so much for that. Today is Juneteenth, Freedom Day, Freedom Ring. there. I felt you there with me. Namaste, y'all. See you later. Bye, everybody.